So, you've spent months, maybe even years, cultivating your shellfish. You've nurtured them, you've protected them, and now they're finally ready. But let's be real, all that hard work doesn't mean a thing if you can't turn it into profit. In this explainer, we're going to dive into that final, crucial step, actually getting paid.
So how do you take all that time and all that effort and turn it into a real, profitable business? Well, this is where the rubber really meets the road for every single shellfish farmer. Let's break it down. You see, this isn't just about pulling shellfish out of the water. This is the moment your farm officially becomes a business. Every single decision you make from here on out is going to directly impact your bottom line.
Okay, first things first, timing. Honestly, this is probably the single most critical decision you're going to make. If you get it right, you maximize your profit. But if you get it wrong, well, you could lose everything.
And just think about the patience this takes. I mean, look at this. Mussels, they're your quickest return, ready in as little as a year. But if you're farming clams, wow, you are playing the long game. You could be waiting up to 4 years before you see a single dollar. This isn't just farming, it's a serious long-term investment.
But it's not just about marking a date on the calendar. Nope. You have to kind of become a detective. Are your oysters nice and plump? Is the water temperature just right? And this is a big one. What's the market doing? Timing your harvest to line up with a holiday rush in demand, that can make a massive, massive difference to your profits.
All right, so now that you know when to harvest, let's talk about how you're going to do it. Because the method you choose, it's going to have a major impact on your efficiency and, of course, your costs.
And here it is, the classic trade-off every farmer has to face: time versus money. On one hand, manual harvesting is cheap to get started, but it's going to cost you a ton in labor. On the other hand, mechanical harvesters are a huge upfront investment, but man, they can process massive volumes in no time.
And you know, what's really interesting is that your harvesting method is actually decided long before you're ready to sell. I mean, if you've grown your shellfish on the seafloor, you're going to be dredging. If they're in rafts or cages, you'll be lifting. That very first choice of farming style locks you into a specific harvesting process down the road.
You did it! The shellfish are finally out of the water. But hold on, don't celebrate just yet. A brand new clock has started, and this one is a serious race against time to preserve the quality and the value of your harvest. This part right here is where the pros are separated from the amateurs. It's a 4-step process, and you absolutely cannot afford to get it wrong. You've got to clean, sort, store, and package. Every single step is critical for delivering that premium product that customers are going to pay top dollar for.
And oh boy, the devil is in the details here. Okay, so oysters and mussels, they need to be kept cool and humid. Pretty standard. But the golden rule for clams is an absolute game changer. Listen to this. Never, ever, ever put them in fresh water. It is such a simple mistake, and it can instantly wipe out your entire harvest.
But hey, why stop at just selling raw shellfish? You can boost your profits even more by creating what we call value-added products. Think about it. Smoked mussels, gourmet clam chowder. Now you're not just a farmer, you're a food producer. It's a whole new level.
So you've done everything right up to this point. Your product is perfect. Now for the most important part, getting paid. Let's talk about how you get your incredible shellfish into the hands of eager customers.
And the options here are pretty exciting. You could be the star of the local farmers market, building up this loyal following of people who love your stuff. Or you could become the go-to supplier for the best restaurants in town. Feeling ambitious? You can even build an online brand and ship directly to customers' doors.
Okay, so let's bring it all home. We've covered a ton of ground, so here's a final checklist of the key strategies to make sure your shellfish farm is as profitable as it can be.
Look, it's not about some single magic bullet. Success really comes from mastering 4 key areas. You've got to diversify your products, keep a close eye on your costs, optimize your harvesting, and above all else, be absolutely obsessed with quality.
This right here, this is the golden rule of the shellfish business. High-quality products that are handled with care will always, always get the best prices. It's really that simple. You get that right, and the market will reward you.
It's an incredible journey when you think about it, isn't it? From a tiny little seed all the way to a gourmet meal on someone's plate. It really makes you think. With the right plan and just an unwavering commitment to quality, what could you achieve? How big of an impact could your farm actually make? The possibilities? They're pretty much endless.
Want to raise healthy, profitable shellfish without beginner mistakes? Get How to Raise Shellfish by Gerard, your step-by-step guide to successful shellfish farming. Link below.